Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Seattle Mariners. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
Seattle Mariners.
Just about ready to go. Our starting pitcher in this one, Ryan Wu. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Otto Lopez leading things off and takes a strike. Ripped, but it curls foul. That one hit to right. And it drops in. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And up next for Miami, Dane Myers. Hitless in the series. He's 0 for 9. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Just missed. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Lopez aboard here at first with nobody out. Swinging a foul out of play. Up the middle, Crawford. The underhand flip. There's one. On to first. Out. Double play. Just got it there in time.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. The shortstop takes the ball. Two outs. Fouled off left side. Two outs, base is empty.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Outside. 2-2. That one missed. Swung on, belted. Way back there. Gone. That'll fire up the dugout. His first homer of the year. It's 1-0. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. He's just too good of a hitter at the plate. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Two outs, base is empty. Connor Norby now at the plate. Two down, bases empty, but one run across here in the second game of the series. Outside with a breaking ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. One in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's an early 1-0 lead. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back in Seattle, and today's starter, Max Meyer.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Bottom of the first, and here is Dylan Moore. Fought off foul. Meyer with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. 0-1 down. That's to third. Fry. And a quick out, number one.
Batting second. That's shortstop.
And now we check out the Mariners lineup. The home run, a big part of the equation when it comes to this offense, Singy. They're one of the better clubs in the league in terms of putting runs up via the homer.
Yeah, and that makes them even more dangerous because they're going to get their hits, but they're also going to get those home runs and have runners on base, which is multiple runs out of one swing. So, yeah, you really have to try to manage a team like this and keep them contained. You can't give up extra outs, whether that be via an error or a walk.
There's the strike.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
One out, bases empty. That misses. 2-2. Outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike three. Two down, bases empty. Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners. Inside. And that's ball one. Polanco went off for 2 homers in his last game.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's the strike.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
2 strikes.
Ring him up, says Darryl Parker. That's a strikeout. Nobody left for Seattle, and it remains 1-0. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, David Fry.
David Fry.
Woo, back to work. That's in there. Top of the zone for a strike. 0-2.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Got it. One out for second.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. And first offering is fouled off. Stowers went deep in his most recent game. One down, base is empty.
Ball.
There's a strike at the knees. And a count 1-2. And there's a ball. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Bounce towards the hole at short. Crawford on to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 7, Jesus.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
He's struggled to make contact lately, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
Tap foul at the plate. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 2. He goes down looking. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the big-time power threat, Cal Raleigh. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
First offering misses badly for ball 1.
You know, Raleigh made history in 2023. He had a game with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs, becoming the first catcher in Mariners history to do that.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Speaking of dingers, he's the second fastest to 50 home runs in Seattle history. Only A-Rod needed fewer games.
And he deals. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Now here is Luke Raley. First pitch misses. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Ground ball up the middle. Makes the sliding stop. Gathers and throws, and they get the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Rodriguez launched a homer in his most recent game. And it's even up.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
That's outside. And a count 2-1. Two down, nobody on. Fights it off. He'll see another. This one popped up right side. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Mariners are down in order. They're down 1-0. Back at T-Mobile Park, all set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for Miami, Griffin Conine. And a foul ball. On the ground to the left, Crawford. The throw to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Batting now, the catcher, number 34, Liam.
Now the catcher up to hit, Liam Hicks. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. And misses inside. Hicks getting the start at catcher, 25 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. That one off the mark, and that's ball 2.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Swing and a miss. 2-1 now.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. One down, base is empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Goes down looking.
Up next for the Marlins.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. Ball 1, no strikes. And another ball.
Ball 2.
And the slider just misses.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that's ball 4.
Ball 4.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's
Now
just
batting,
mentally
the center
prepared,
fielder,
knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going
Myers.
to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Myers batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
There it was, a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Check on the runner. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Marlins leave one, but they're on top 1-0. Back in Seattle, here's Rowdy Tellez.
The designated
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike
Home
one.
one's the count.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Two pretty nasty
No ball, 2
sliders
strikes.
to get this hitter into an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you
That's
got to
a
look
ball.
up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a Rowdy strikes out.
Pretty interesting pitch sequence in that at bat. Instead of attacking with the
Batting eighth,
fastball
the
early in the
left
count to
fielder,
get ahead, it was
Randy.
all off speed until the very last pitch to put him away. And pretty impressive to have the fastball command right when you need it. He just kind of kept it in his pocket until he wanted to blow him away.
And up next for Seattle, Randy Arozarena. And he hits a ground ball right side. Stowers steps on the bag, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, Ben Williamson.
Now the third baseman, Ben Williamson.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Just
that's out.
missed. Swing and a miss at a slider.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That's inside.
Ball 2.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Mariners go down quietly there. They still trail 1-0. And we're back.
Leading
New
off for
inning
the
getting
Marlins,
started.
the
And now the shortstop, Xavier Edwards.
Edwards.
There's a strike.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
The 0-2. Caught him looking for the K.
No, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat off his shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
Connor Norby digs in now. Went down on strikes his first time through. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And the 1-0. Foul ball there. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second, and that's a 2-bagger.
The third baseman, number 6, David Fry.
One out, runner at second. Fry getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
0-1's the count.
That one ripped. A Rosarena right there to make the grab. Runner tags at second, coming home. The relay throw. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Marlins 1 and the Mariners nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Right fielder, Dylan Moore.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Mariners, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
And now, J.P. Crawford. The shortstop takes the ball.
Counts 1-0.
One down, base is empty.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
That one fouled off. Next offering upstairs.
2-2 the count.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Hit in the air left field. Sanchez gets under it. Puts it away for the out.
The batter, number 7, second baseman,
Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners. Struck out swinging his first time. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
2 outs. And they'll do it again. Next one misses. Going to count 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And 1-2-3 go the Mariners. Still behind by a count of 1-0. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
Miami,
We
the
go to the
first
top of the
baseman,
fifth,
Kyle
and here's the first baseman,
Stowers.
Kyle Stowers. Woo, back to work. Late swing, foul to the left. And that's outside. And the count even 1-1. Breaking ball misses down and away. That one the other way, and it goes just foul. And that's downstairs. And now it's 3-2. On the ground to third. In plenty of time to first. One up, one down.
The left fielder, number 7, Jesus Sanchez.
Here's the left fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Way high.
1, no strikes.
Line drive and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So a man at first. And now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
High in the air, out to right. Moore sizes this one up, and there's 2 away.
The catcher, number 34, Liam Hicks.
Now it's the Marlins catcher, Liam Hicks. Struck out looking his first time. Woo throws over, and he dives back in safely. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Coming home. He will score.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Pretty much just a textbook
Auto
double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Hicks on at second with 2 down. And another ball. Movement in the bullpen. Trent Thornton, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Bizzardo also throwing. Just missed. Dane Myers next to hit for the Marlins. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
And up next for Miami, Dane Myers. 0 for 2 in this one. Just missed. That's a strike, and now it's even 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's outside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. Get out of town. A towering shot to center. His second of the year. It's 5-zip.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ryan Wu departs, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for
Trent Thornton on to pitch out of the pen
number
here.
46.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So 2 away with nobody on. And the batter will be the shortstop, Xavier Edwards. Way inside.
1-0.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that keeps the inning alive.
The batter, number 1. Designated hitter.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Connor Norby. 1 for 2.
Counts 1-0.
This one in the dirt. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Throw over to first.
No, he's in
Edwards
there.
back on a dive. Runner on the move.
Hey, 2.
Safe at second, and
1 ball,
that was
2
not
strikes.
close.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
That one is hammered right field. That's back. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
And the batter now, David Fry. Just missed. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. Now a fly ball to right center. Nabs it, and that is that. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Marlins 6 and the Mariners nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to him. Cal Raleigh. Swing and a ball popped up. Lopez puts it away for the out.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome. It seems like within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
Luke Raley up next for the Mariners. 0 for 1 so far. That clips the zone. It's 0-1.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
And ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Conine hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder,
Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. First time up was a pop out. Ball 1 on a pitch inside.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Next offering is fouled back. The Mariners yet to pick up a hit here. And now it's even up.
2 strikes.
And that's downstairs and outside. Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup. Nobody left for Seattle. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. All set for the top of the 6th. And at the plate for Miami, Kyle Stowers. Stowers, 27 years old, usually in the outfield, but today he's starting at first.
Ball 1.
Always concerns me a little bit making that move from the outfield to first base. Just how you work that bag. Don't want to have a collision with the base runner.
That's a little bit low. And strike 2. And down on strikes. And 1 out now. Now the left fielder, Jesus Sanchez. And that's a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
0-2.
And that one is inside. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball. Dives and he can't hang on. Throw sails over his head at first. No advance, though. Ball didn't get too far away. Griffin Conine will hit next. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. That clips the corner.
No ball, 2 strikes.
There's a swing and a drive. Hops
got a
over the
ground rule
wall,
double.
and that's an automatic
2
double.
bases.
Now batting, the catcher, Liam Hicks.
Liam Hicks, the next up for the Marlins. First pitch just misses. Second and third, 1 away. And we're the top half of the 6th. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. That's down and in.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Next offering is fouled back. Sanchez at third. Conine over at second with 1 down. Popped in the air, left side. Base hit, 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score. It's 8-0.
The batter, number 8.
And here comes the
Second
Mariners
baseman,
manager to the mound.
Otto
Pitching change coming.
Lopez.
Trent Thornton gives way. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
Taylor Saucedo gets the call from
number
the pen.
60.
Well, they need someone to stop the
Taylor.
bleeding and keep the score right where it is.
Taylor.
Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Back to the top of the Miami order. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. In the air, right side. Moore makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 55, Dane Myers.
And now for the Marlins, Dane Myers. He's already homered in this game. Pitch kicks away. No advance, though. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Edward Bizzardo up and loosening in the pen. Snyder getting loose as well. Step off, throw to first. Hicks dives back in safely. And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
Falling behind 2-1. Back up that got him. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure and they get the out. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. It's the Marlins 8 and the Mariners nothing. Bottom of the inning, and now the DH, Rowdy Tellez. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, and a ground ball to first. Stowers takes it to the bag. Leadoff man retired in the sixth.
The left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
So up next, Randy Arozarena. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. On the ground, Fry slings it across. 2 up, 2 down.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against the starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Ben Williamson now at the plate. His first at bat was a strikeout. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. Ball 1. Inside, just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And another ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Moore in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. And that one is lifted in the air. Conine sizing this one up, and that is that. Mariners leave 1, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Back at T-Mobile Park, top of inning number 7, and at the plate for Miami, Xavier Edwards. That catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
You know, these Marlins, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The batter, number 1, designated hitter.
And next is the designated hitter, Connor Norby. There's the strike.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Edwards on at first, nobody out. And that one almost hit him. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Lead runner holds up, They're at first and second with
The
nobody
third
out.
baseman, number 6, David.
And up next for Miami,
Fry.
David Fry. 0 for 3 in this one. And there's a foul ball. First and second, no outs here in the top half of inning number 7. Missed with a changeup, and 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering way off the plate. That one lifted to left. Rosarena after it. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. And he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman, Kyle Stowers.
And now the first baseman, Kyle Stowers. That one down the line, and foul ball. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. And that is out of play. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And down on strikes he goes, and 2 away now.
Oh, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Jesus Sanchez digs in now. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Two on, 2 outs. And it's fouled off. And a 1-1. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. Good eye right there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
And that misses. 3-2 now.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Let's go. 2 outs. In the air, left field, Rosarena on the move, and that'll do it. Marlins strand a pair as the lead holds at 8-0. Back in Seattle, now it's the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
The shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
And first offering is fouled off.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
The shortstop takes the ball. And that one is downstairs. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. In there, base hit. And the bid for history is gone.
He made a great run at it, Boog. I mean, he had their hitters off balance for the entire game up until this point, and maybe he didn't get all the way to 27 outs, but he deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah, really fantastic effort. Gave us all a great show, and now we'll see what's left for him. And here is Jorge Polanco, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and heart of the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And there's one down.
Now batting, catcher, Cal Raleigh.
And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. And first offering is fouled off. Just missed. Backed off the plate that time. Crawford, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swings and blasts one deep to left center, and it's into the gap. Coming home. Safe, and they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
One out, runner at second. And stepping in for the Mariners, Luke Raley. Swings through that one.
0-1.
One out and a runner at second. Nice grab to first. Nicely done for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
And now for Seattle, Julio Rodriguez. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Fastball for a strike at 95. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Jesus Tinoco preparing to come on if needed. Cronin getting cranked up as well. Runner at second, 2 down. The next pitch misses, and the count is 1-1. Grounds one to short. Edwards throws to first. They limit the damage here. 7 innings complete, and the chance for the no-no is gone. It's the Marlins 8 and the Mariners 1.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Edward Bizardo.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Griffin Conine.
Conine stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one missing inside. Liner, base hit.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not
Up
always
next for the
easy
Marlins,
seeing the ball
the
off the
catcher,
bat.
Liam
Something to improve.
Hicks.
Liam Hicks, the next up for the Marlins. That's out to center field. And that's a base hit. And now two aboard.
Back-to-back
Now
singles,
back, the
just a
second
very
baseman,
nice
Otto.
approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Back to the top of the order. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Rodriguez pulls that one down. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only one
The
out.
center fielder,
They trust him in
number
center
55,
field because he's capable of making plays on the
Myers.
run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Myers,
Ball one.
the next to hit, takes ball one. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Matt Brash getting ready to go. And a foul ball. Pitch
That's
misses,
ball two.
and a count 2-1.
2-1.
And that's
Ball, off the
outside.
plate.
Runners at the corners, one away, and we're in the top of the eighth.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him looking. That's out number 2.
Now back,
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. He's already homered here in this one. That one's in there, 0-1. Right back to him on the mound. Slings to first, and that is the third out of the inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth. Jesus Tinoco.
Now
Compared to some
for
days,
Miami,
this is a pretty low leverage appearance
Number
for him,
38.
so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
what do you
Now
got
it's
for
the
the
DH,
Mariners?
Rowdy
The designated
Tellez.
hitter, Rowdy Tellez.
Swing and a miss. Meanwhile,
0-1's the count.
activity in the bullpen. Brendan Little, the left-hander, up and throwing. That one ripped. And it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front.
Couldn't have timed it up any
Now
better than
batting,
that.
the left
Textbook
fielder,
bat control right
Randy.
there. Got a pitch on the outside,
the
saw it
radar.
deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
Man at first, Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. And that one fouled off. Swing and a foul straight back.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you even with pitches outside the zone.
High fly ball out towards left field. Sanchez on the run. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Tellez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Williamson batting with one down, takes a strike.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Ball.
In the dirt. He swings and fouls one off. Man at first, one away. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Moore in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
That's off the mark. And a count 1-2.
That's ball 2.
Squirts away a little bit.
Count is 3 and 2.
In the dirt, blocked. Two outs. Headed down the line. And that's a foul ball. On the ground to third. And that's a fair ball. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
The batter, number 3.
So 2 on with 2 away. J.P. Crawford, the next to hit, 1 for 3. First offering, and it just misses. Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mariners leave a couple. It's still an 8-1 ball game.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Matt Brash.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Connor Norby.
Connor Norby.
And delivers outside. Brash, in his 3rd season, he features a slider, a 4-seamer, a slurve, a cutter, and he works in a sinker. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. He circles the bases, and they add a run. It's 9-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
David Fry, the next up for the Marlins. Oh, he doesn't get the call, and that's ball one. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the ninth. Next offering in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's ball 2. You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just
Ball 3.
missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Full count, 3-2.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in for the out.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right
Up
there.
next
They
for the
look
Marlins,
really good
the
coming
first
in,
baseman,
but so
Kyle
hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Stowers.
And at the plate for Miami, Kyle Stowers. 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts and 2 groundouts. And takes low for ball 1. And that one clips the corner. The 1-1 is fouled off. The other way, fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
And up next for Miami, Jesus Sanchez. And first offering is fouled off. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Now 1 and 1.
1 strike.
And there's the strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. Stowers over at second, 1 down. That one to first, a sliding stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Griffin Conan.
And now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. That's in there. It's 0-1. Fastball for a strike. Runner at third, 2 away. Next offering is down low. Now 1-2.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
next offering upstairs.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That one way inside. Two outs. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And that is that. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And they're starting to run away. It's now 9-1. Back after this on the show. So bottom of the ninth, and stepping in for the Mariners, Jorge Polanco. Tinoco back to work. Hard hit left side. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Well, fortunately, they've got a big lead on the scoreboard, so that error shouldn't hurt too much. But you have to be careful about losing concentration in a game like this. It can be an easy trap to fall into.
Man at first, nobody out. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Runner at first with no outs here. And another ball.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Now 3-0. Nobody out. Runner first. That one's in there. 3-1.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. The M's with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. And a payoff pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Edwards. And there's one away.
Now batting, first baseman, Luke Raley.
And here's the first baseman, Luke Raley. That's in there. That's strike one.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Sanchez makes the catch, and there are 2 down.
The center fielder, number 44, Julio Rodriguez.
So they're down to their final out. Now a chance for Julio Rodriguez. In there for strike one. The Fish up big in this one. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
They're down to their final strike.
That front door slider is such
One ball,
a devastating
2 strikes.
pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Tinoco is just 1 strike away. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. And that'll do it. as they complete the strikeout to end it.
This team has won the series with the win in this game today, so you got your eye on a sweep. It's not going to be easy to do. When you're on the road, a home team is always fighting to keep themselves alive. So got to come out, execute, play really good baseball tomorrow to complete this sweep.
9-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.